Hello everyone, my name is Katie and today we're going to learn a little bit more about this big instrument here. This is called the piano. It's also a very old instrument. People who started making these in 1709, which is really old, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So I think it's really cool that people in 2020 still play this, considering how old it is. There are two types of piano. This one is called an upright piano, and people tend to play these in their homes, like I do. The other type of piano is called the grand piano, which is where the roof, or the top of the piano, opens up, so all the sound is much bigger than what it would be if the lid was shut. These are used much more often in concerts or in orchestras to make a much bigger sound for the audience to listen to. The piano is made up of these things. These are called keys. Now, can you guess how many keys are on this piano? Can you? Well, there are 88 keys, and that is a lot of keys. They make cool sounds like that as well. They are made up of black and white keys, which you can't really see from here, but you can see the white keys below. When you play a note like this, inside there's a very small hammer that hits a string inside this box. And then when it hits the string vibrates, and that is how you hear the sound. See, when I hold the key down, you can hear the sound, but when I let go, you can't. However, there is underneath the piano, there is a pedal called the sustained pedal. This means you can play lots of different notes and they can be held. So when I take my fingers off, you can still hear the sound, like this. See, I've taken my fingers off and you can still hear the sound. But if I let go of the pedal, you can't anymore. That's really useful when you want to play lots of different notes at the same time, or to make the dynamic, or how loud the notes are, louder. You can play separate notes on the piano like this, so play one note at a time. Which is really cool. Or you can play more than one note at the same time. This is called a chord. You can also use both your right and your left hand at the same time, like this. Which is cool, because then the left hand gets the lower notes, like this, very low, and the right hand can play the higher notes, like this. So you can hear my voice. The piano can also play chromatic notes. Now these are notes that are very close together. They are a semitone apart, which is a very small gap, and it can make sounds like this. I think that sounds a bit creepy and eerie, but chromatic notes can be used for other effects as well. The piano can also play other notes, or notes that are ornamented, where you can alternate between two notes at once, like this. Now that was called a trill. You could see at the bottom here that you can see two notes going alternating very quickly, like this. That's another thing you can do in a piece, which is really cool. Now, pianos can be used for soloists, so just one person playing one piano at the same time, at a time. But the piano can also accompany other instruments, like it can accompany an orchestra where lots of instruments from all different instrumental backgrounds, so like woodwind, brass, strings, and I think you'll hear a lot more about those in other videos like this. But the piano can also accompany in that, but it also can accompany single instruments like the violin. So it's really cool that the piano, you can use the piano for different functions like that. Anyway, that is all from me today, and I hope you've enjoyed the little insight about what the piano does.